my guests today come from Spain, Susana Bourne and Ira Lemmetyinen. Susana is the Managing Director of Antares Relocation and also the Vice President of EuRA, European Relocation Association. And Ira is the Sales Director and Partner of Antares Relocation. Antares is one of the leading firms on the Spanish market, providing high-quality corporate immigration and relocation services. Founded in 2010, they employ a team of over 25 mobility professionals that offer a full range of relocation, immigration, taxation services to both corporate clients and relocating individuals. Hello, Ira and Susana. Lovely having you here with me.
Hello.
Hello. Thank you. Thank you for having us.
You're more than welcome. More than welcome. Imagine a large corporate client that approaches you for the first time ever. Well, what would you like them to know about Antares, about your way of working, your way of doing business, your team?
Okay, so this goes for large and small corporations. We also like small corporations. So in general, in Antares, both for immigration and relocation, so we focus on solutions, making sure that things happen the best possible way in the given scenario. We have the real capacity, the know-how in-house to plan and provide those solutions for our clients. And if we add over our very hands-on approach, being available, being responsive, flexible, I think in general, our clients find working with Antares quite easy and efficient. So we understand the business environments of our clients and work to ensure that both the corporate clients and the transferring individuals, so they have an enjoyable and productive experience.
Super, super. What would be Ira the best professional advice you have ever received in your career?
I think the best advice, not only for the professional life, but the life in general, which are sometimes not separable, no? Is try not to do anything that you would lose sleep over. So this is something I learned first from my parents, I would say. They always made me very much responsible for my decisions, letting me make my own decisions, though since very young. But in general, I think you must feel comfortable with your actions. I guess it's a question of strong sense of values, again, applicable both for personal and professional life.
Super. Susana, can you please describe a time you were somehow afraid during your career so far?
Okay.
If you feared anything.
Okay, fear is probably a very strong word, but having a little bit of vertigo, maybe I can say when we started Antares. I started Antares in 2010, and obviously the political instability in Spain and the economic recession across many other countries too made me think if what I was doing was right. So it did give me a feeling of, oh my goodness, is this the right
uncertainty
time? Even if it's the right thing, and I think I really want to go ahead and I think we can be successful. One of the things that I think that was it. It was a bit of vertigo, but I think the excitement, and the wanting to do something that you had in your head, I think that kind of made me just
prevailed
thinking about it and start getting on with it, so I think that's probably one of the things that I've had to think about a little bit or jumping in.
You've been a managing director for more than a decade now. What would be that one thing you learned never to do?
For example, take the staff out. It would be cheaper to buy them a suit than to take them out for a good time. I think that I've learned really well. I'm joking, but it is true that we really enjoy going out with the staff and have a really good time with them when we do go out. And unfortunately, I think we never do it often enough, but it's wonderful when it happens. And COVID, for example, last year when it was our 10th birthday, we wanted to have a big staff do with all their partners and things, and unfortunately that's had to put off. So maybe hopefully maybe this year or next year we'll be able to have a different birthday. So yeah, but never to do. I think it's things change so quickly, no, and I do go a lot with my gut feeling. So sometimes if I get a gut feeling, it's good enough not to go down that route. No, I'll take a different road. But yeah, there's too many things. You learn so many things on a regular basis, so it's hard to say.
Super. What would be your superpowers, ladies?
My superpower. I don't think I have a superpower.
I think, Susana,
we all have.
I think you, Susana, just mentioned your superpower, which is that gut feeling. No, that if I can go for you, so that would definitely be your intuition, not only business-wise. I think that intuition, that gut feeling, has helped us many times, even saved us in some occasions, I would say. So often she just gets a feeling that sometimes she just gets a feeling something is not right, and most of the time
something is totally right.
Yeah. Well, of course, also yes. And sooner or later, we realized that she was absolutely right. Isn't it true, right? No, Susana?
Yeah, it's true. Well, then if you tell mine, then I'll have to think of something for you, Ira. Ira has a superpower that I would love to have, and that is that she has a tendency to quickly forget anything negative or wrong.
That's a dream.
She just puts it out of her mind. So if there's something we can do about it, let's do it. Let's not worry about something that hasn't happened yet. I'm more like, let's see what we could do should this happen. No, it hasn't happened yet. Yeah, we need to have some backup plans, but put it out of your mind. And as soon as it's over, you can ask her again and say, do you remember? And she's like, no, I put that out of my mind. But yet, so it's not that she's forgotten it. She's still somewhere there. But I often say, no, remember when we did this? And she says, no, I forgot that one already. So I'd love to be able to forget things a bit.
Me as well. And one last question: what would be that Spanish thing? Can be a habit, can be a cultural thing, can be anything actually. What you can think of that you would be happy to see it like gone, disappearing. Something that might be annoying or.
I think Spanish things, habits and things are all quite fun and very precious. No,
everybody loves them actually, but if you could just find one.
That makes Spain a wonderful place. But if I have to say something, and I have to be careful because I don't want to shoot myself in the feet, because this is part of the things we do. But the bureaucracy here in Spain is quite something, no? And the fact that in different areas, in different cities, the authorities can ask for different documentation when it's a national-wide document that you're trying to obtain. Makes
and one single national law.
Exactly. Yeah. And yet it's up to the criteria of the people that are evaluating the file at the time. So that, I mean, it's good that we have it because we luckily have a big department to do this. But the truth is, I think it's sometimes very, very frustrating to.
Exactly.
And if that could go, I think that for me that would be a good thing that we could leave behind.
Ira, do you have a special Spanish?
I do agree with Susana. I obviously love Spain. I landed here 20 years ago and stayed. So obviously I have very little to say against. People are wonderful. The country is wonderful, but there are obviously certain things that it would make life easier. It worked in a more efficient way as well. That's what we have. We can't get it all, right?
That's
super. Thanks a lot for your time. It's a pleasure. It was a pleasure having you with me.
Not at all.
Likewise. Thank you very much.